Howdy, everyone. This is Tom and Zort with the Rogue Attraction, bringing you our second perfect park day, and we have a wonderful, amazing new content creator with Megan The Noob Reviews for this second stream. Hello, Megan.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. First of all, let's let everyone know who you are and what you do before we start. So, time to show your stuff.
I'm Megan. I have a YouTube channel called The Noob Reviews, and right now I'm just reviewing comic books, Marvel and DC, and some independent. And it's basically, I never read comic books. I never had a lot of exposure to pop culture, so literally a noob, obviously. And that's everything I review is the perspective of someone who has never seen or read a lot of this, completely new to pop culture world.
Well, no problem being a noob, and actually learning and appreciating things is a great way to gain a fondness for them. Thank you for coming, and again, all her links, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, are all in the description, so please give us a subscribe so she can pass me in a week or two. That's what I'm figuring. She's so close. But I want to acknowledge the chat quickly because we have a lot of people came in beforehand, which is odd for my stuff. So let's say hi to people quickly. We have Andrew Mann, who is a fellow theme park vlogger in the area. Nice to see you in here, my friend. We have Robert Wiles. Thank you for your premature tip. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Glad you're in the chat, and I hope you're having a blessed day too. Let's see. Joker Voice came in because he refuses to feed Zort because his hyenas won't eat the homeless in Vegas. I'm sorry, they just won't do it. We have Dreaming Tabitha, who will be a guest in the coming week or so. I have to remember to check my calendar. But sorry, everyone responded at the same time back when I asked people, so it was really complicated. And we have Alasia, a Trouble Green, another channel. Everyone in the chat, if you haven't already, please go subscribe. Her Lord of the Rings content is amazing and such a chill stream to watch. Very relaxing, not too much to it. And that's not Canadian Bear, okay? Even though I should have his thing somewhere in here. We have Sarah from the UK. How you doing? I'm glad you could catch the stream. I know sometimes a little hard over there with the time zone difference, being that I'm an East Coast time zone supremacist. Yes, I am. I only think my own time zone. I'm sorry. And who else do we have rolling in here? Christopher Arcella. Hello, Chris. How you doing? He is a moderator on Drunk 3PO and a fellow theme park fan. One day I will try to get you on one of these just because I know your appreciation of history, and it should be fun. And Tab is saying hi to the chat, being very polite. So, yes, of course. We're such a burden. No, none of you are a burden to me at all. You're all welcome guests. And what? All right, Arcella, come on. Yes, I have. It's part of the gimmick. What do you want to say? It'd be weird if people saw me without him. So let's get into the actual show because that's why you guys are all here. And it's the same 4 pillars as last time, which is right here on the slides. Now, luckily, Megan has been to a theme park before, so this should be a little bit more conversation than Maria, who has been to an amusement park. To the difference. I'm a bougie theme park person. What am I saying? So here we have the first pillar, which, because I do dining reviews and food reviews, is dining. So Megan, I know it's been a while, but please tell everyone what's your most recent theme park memory or theme park dining experience, which I guess wasn't that recent.
Yeah. So like the only theme park I've ever been to is Disneyland in California when I was 15. So that's
you don't have to let people. You don't have to let people know your age.
Never mind. You heard nothing. It was a long time ago, guys. And honestly, I don't think we actually ate at a restaurant there. We bought a lot of snacks, and the one thing that really stood out to me was this drink, like this Dole Whip drink.
You said a magical word, Dole Whip. Chat, everyone watching, Dole Whip is a necessity in Disney properties. It is a dairy-free option for dessert, also low in fat if you're curious. It's pineapple. They have other flavors, but you get pineapple because it's Dole Whip, and that's what you do. Yeah. Also, it's a very affordable snack. Sorry, continue.
It was so delicious. Like, literally, I still dream about it sometimes because it was so good. I want it. I come across recipes online, and I'm like, is that the same?
There's a Ninja Foodie blender that makes Dole Whip. There's like a legitimately Ninja Foodie blender that its whole purpose is a Dole Whip machine to make Dole Whip. Ooh. I have it. It's very nice to have because I can make dragon fruit Dole Whip now and all interesting flavors that they don't do. So the only thing that's interesting is getting the right like gelatin to make it more that creamy side. So the Anthem gum seems to work pretty well.
Interesting.
Thank you for stopping in Theme Park Casual, another West Coast theme park channel. Awesome guy. He just got to 100. Let's help him get to 200 in a long, quicker time than he got to 100. That's what we all do here. Support each other. And Elijah agrees that Dole Whip is the best thing in the world. Disneyland is the best. All right, Disneyland being the best park. You have your opinion. It's your opinion. I will say it is the most nostalgic. I won't say the best.
Yeah, nostalgia for real.
They're everyone's first park they go to, first theme park. That like imprinting like a mother to a child. You'll never change that. So like Magic Kingdom is ingrained into me from 18 months old. So I can't really like go against it.
I would be afraid to go back because of like my memories of how it was. And because it was so long ago, you like build things up in your mind and your memory changes things. I feel like if I was to go back, I would be like, wonder if it would disappoint me. I don't know if I want to go back.
That's the glad thing that never stopped going because that can never happen. It's like consistency. Mm-hmm. But we do. I do want to acknowledge some goings on in here. So Joker brings up the mayo and corn. I had mayo and corn ice cream on my last live stream from Salt and Straw in Disney Springs. It was supposed to be like Mexican street corn, but ice cream. It was probably one of the weirdest and worst things I've ever eaten.
It sounds disgusting. No offense.
it was, and they were hilariously enjoying me suffering. So, but no, I have not made mayo and corn Dole Whip. No, I have not done that. And Malaysia's laughing at my comments about Disneyland. I don't agree with that comment. And as for the all West Coast parks are better, I have one thing to say: they're in California. That means they're not. Simple enough. So your dining experience is a little bit different. So since you went to California, we'll bring up a California restaurant to one of the Disneyland restaurants to kind of fill in your perfect park day, because this is your filling in your itinerary. What's required for this day? Now, since you said California, we'll go over to Disneyland. Okay. And I know I have eaten in some of their restaurants. Hopefully, some of them are still there because Carthay Circle was always a favorite. So this is where I ask, what's your preferred palate? Like, what type of food do you actually like to?
It's always easier for me to eat like more ethnic food. So like I always go to like Mexican or Thai or something.
Okay.
Because of my food allergies, I can't eat most Western style foods.
All right. So quick question. For your perfect park day, would you want characters involved? Would you want to have the character dining? Would you want fine dining? Like, what do you feel that would be your, like, what would make it the most magical, most memorable aspect of it? Now, remember, it doesn't have to be Disneyland. It could be Universal Hollywood. It could be over here, like in Disney World or Universal Orlando, since you are coming to the October meetup. So if you want to try and plan out your perfect day in the future,
let's do that.
So we can play things a little differently for this, because I do have other people on that are coming for the meetup. So I kind of think this is a good way to help some of them plan. So we're going to play this that way. I hope the chat understands. Other guests that do have more experience will do more of a looking back nostalgia aspect to it. But I kind of like the idea of helping Megan here plan her
so excited.
meetup days. Okay. So I have the question to ask: which park you're focusing on? Tom is chowing down. Where am I chowing down? Oh, yeah, I guess I am. I'm eating a beignet there, by the way. One of the best breakfast deals in Disney property is in Riverside. The beignets, 3 of them for $6, and they're huge, covered in powdered sugar with chocolate, strawberry sauce, banana sauce, all these different sauces, but they're like so filling. Perfect option for a quick breakfast, I'm just saying. They give you them in the bag, just like in New Orleans. You can walk around with them. It's awesome. So I'm assuming you're doing Universal, right?
Yes.
That's the main concept here. So we're gonna go and bring up Universal. All right, Universal. I love you. I love Universal Orlando. There is something of an issue with Universal Orlando, and I've said this. It's their table service restaurants. So like they're in the parks, they really only have about 3 table service restaurants. They have Mythos, which is amazing Greek food. You have Finnegan's and you have Lombardi's. Lombardi's I've actually eaten at twice recently, which Lombardi's could be in your wheelhouse.
Okay.
But we will bring up everyone. Also, the website is a little bit harder to navigate, but that's okay. Restaurant time. So, we're also. I would bring up hotels, but I'll bring up an entire. Oh no, Rogue is wrong. We have some park hopping royalty. All right. I think your brother agrees with me a little bit on this. Dino Digs is the best. Dino Digs. I don't think I've tried that one yet. Is that in the Camp Jurassic side? I'm curious. We want the explanations from Mr. Drunk 3PO on why I'm wrong. But we are going to bring up Universal Dining to give a hand to Megan here. So you do have City Walk, which since Universal's so compact, actually gives you the ability to have some more chain restaurants associated with it. So you do have like Cowfish is a regional chain, which does sushi and burgers, which is a really great combination if you think about it. Actually, Park Hopping did a review for that. I've done a review for that. Their food is good. You have Big Fire, which is a great steakhouse. And since you said you stick towards meat and veggies, that could be in your favorite. So I'm going to quickly bring over a tab, and we can go over some of these restaurants and see exactly what Megan would really...
I just ate, and now I'm like hungry again.
Jay's just playing with me, of course. I see how it is. He has to tease me. It's okay. And he tease the ones he cares about. So let me get this tab up. All right. So the other thing you have to think about is dining reservations and all that. So some of these restaurants get really popular. So we're going to add tab to the screen. So Big Fire is the first one that shows up. It gets really popular, especially towards the late dinner times, like 8 o'clock-ish. So, but remember, most of the Universal restaurants in City Walk use open tables, so you can scout and try and get those dining reservations that way. And they do all offer pass holder discounts. I know, Megan, you won't have one, but since they're actually selling their passes, if you plan to come again within a year, it may not be a bad idea. You basically have to do about 8 days, I think, to break even on the most affordable pass.
Gotcha.
So depends how frequent. If people planning to come back at some point within a year, I would say instead of getting tickets, I would get the pass. Just depends on how people plan to travel. But so Big Fire and Antahoches, or I don't know if I said that right. I'm very poor with Latin dialect stuff. Why don't you try, Megan? What do you?
Antojitos?
Antojitos. Okay, you said it better. Now I know how to say it.
I don't know.
We're going to go with Antojitos. If someone wants to try to pronounce it better. Joker Voice is saying that City Walk is dope, and I agree with that. Rogue's face enjoying wontons, though? I'm not enjoying wontons. Where am I enjoying wontons? I don't know when that happened.
Was he talking about the beignets looking like a wonton?
Yeah. What Chris is saying am I Jay's assistant? I don't know.
Oh.
All right, we're going to go back to the content at hand. Chat, you can take a minute and talk amongst yourself while I help Megan plan her trip. So, since you said you like ethnic food more so, do you think antojitos would be in your wheelhouse, even with the possibility of the cheese being involved?
Yeah, because you can just get it without cheese.
Okay, so we can look through the menu here and see if this equals out, or do you want to keep scanning down to see?
Let's look at this. Those street tacos are good.
Okay, so antojitos it is. This isn't City Walk. It's more towards the Islands of Adventure side. But remember, if you're park hopping between the two, you can always take a midday lunch. Or in my viewpoint, I normally do about 2 meals on a theme park day. I will have like a brunch and a late dinner instead of doing breakfast. One, to cut costs a little bit. Theme park, like eating in the theme park is going to be expensive. You can easily hit $100 for a day for like one person if you're doing like appetizer, drink, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So just all right. So the prices here, you're looking at probably the average for a theme park restaurant for the lower end a little bit. So this $10 to $15 for appetizers is about on the mark for most places. So I'll ask, and I'll let Megan peruse before I give any suggestions. But you notice they are they are mentioning gluten-free and vegetarian. Yes. So that
would be where I would go towards.
So that is marked on the menu. So it does give you a heads up in terms of planning out.
That's really nice.
For your. So thoughts? Anything on here?
Honestly, I'm a guacamole girl. It's just saying.
So tableside guac. All right. I do like guac. I agree. I have avocado trees in my backyard actually. So I do like guac. Going with me, looking at the prices, I know you don't do cheese, but I would probably lead towards the shrimp tostada since you are getting a protein with it too.
Oh, that is true.
So you still have the avocado, you have cilantro, you're getting the same flavors of the guacamole. I would maybe just ask for it without the queso fresco. In my viewpoint, I'm thinking about sustaining throughout the day. Also, like you're going to be doing like 30,000 steps. You're going to be walking like 10 miles. Like a lot of people aren't used to the rigors of theme park existence. So I get the guacamole, especially if you're sharing. If you have a bunch of people, you get the guac, you share around, have the chips and all that. I would think about something that has a protein in it with the appetizer. And that's just my opinion. But, so we have
a good point, though. I cannot disagree.
So did I sway you? I didn't mean to.
I think you actually did.
So we have found Megan's perfect dining appetizer, which I accidentally convinced her of, which I didn't mean to. But the shrimp tostada does look good, and I've had it before, and it is good. So,
Drunk keeps suggesting things that I cannot eat.
Pretzels. Giant pretzels. That's all he wants is giant pretzels. They do. I think Disney actually has a gluten-free pretzel.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I will double check.
Interesting.
And I'm not sure, since I'm on streamers, I don't know what emoji that Sarah put in, but I'm guessing it's a pretzel or a smiley face.
Drooling. They're drooling because they're hungry. Just drink alcohol. Bad idea.
Jay's having fun with me. It's fine. So we're going to go on to the entree. Now, since this is your first time over here, you're going to be, I'm assuming you're doing the whole shebang, entree, appetizer, dessert, drink. So we're going to go through all 4 of those for here. I'm not doing it for every meal. So we're just doing like one key meal, like one concept meal. We don't need to do lunch and dinner. We can go past the soups and salads. Unless you're a salad person, I'm not going to take it back because...
no, I like to make it myself. I don't like to buy salads when I go out to eat because I'm like...
All right, so in my head, I've already picked out what would be good, but I want to see what you think. This is a decent menu. You get good choices on here. So I'm going to keep scrolling down. I'll let you look through here everything at first. and then tell me when you're ready for me to scroll a little bit more. And chat, make some guesses on what you think she's going to go with. I'd love to see some thoughts here.
Okay, scroll down.
I can scroll. I'm scrolling down for you. All right.
Let's see.
So this is just the first part. There's still the tacos after this. So I will keep going all the way to the tacos once you're done with the specials.
Okay. Pardon?
Okay, I thought there was a chihuahua for a second.
Sorry, that was a hiccup.
All right, I'm gonna head down towards the tacos unless you need me to wait.
No, you're good.
All right, so we're gonna go down to the tacos because those were what you were eyeing before, right? Those three tacos.
Yes. Not that I like. They'd have to be like in a crunchy taco.
Ooh, the al pastor actually looks pretty good, and it's no cheese. And it's got pineapple for you pineapple pizza people. On down to the enchiladas. They have a lot of options here.
They do.
Ooh, mole. Anyone have any suggestions? Don't eat there. Wait. Is this personal experience there, Drunk?
Maybe he can't handle Mexican food. I can handle Mexican food.
Oh, he's saying about Taco Bell.
No. I don't eat at Taco Bell. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay.
Back to the menu. Then we have the fajitas. All right, we're not going to bother with sides. We're gone through the main stuff at this point.
Can't really have fajitas because they're flour tortillas, so you know.
All right, so the fajitas are no go at all. So we're gonna go back up. So with the enchilada then?
Yeah. Well, see.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Enchiladas will most likely be.
And then I would just leave the flour tortillas alone and eat everything with the corn tortillas, etc.
Okay. Oh, they've brought. Oh, okay. Wait. All right, I know what I would get, but you can't get it, so I'm gonna not say anything. But we'll go. So, were you still staying in the taco thing, or you want to go back up to the specials?
Yeah, I'm still at the tacos. Like the first two, the pollo and the al pastor, look good.
So you know what all right. So an issue here is they don't have a they don't really have a good combo, like a pick and choose. Like I want 2 from this one and 2 from this one.
Yeah, that would be that would be nice, and then you could take.
I appreciate that they have cactus.
Cactus?
Yeah, the nopales.
Oh, interesting.
I do like cactus tacos, so that's kind of cool. I wish they would have tongue though.
Tongue?
Yeah, tongue is actually really great meat for tacos, and it's like no fat and it's very tender.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Like beef tongue?
Yeah. Hey, Keely Chow. Welcome to the chat.
Keely.
This means you need to eat sushi.
I do eat sushi. But I get to eat Mexican food too, okay? Drink 3PO. Shush.
Oh, and we're getting comments from the peanut gallery over Mexican choices. Megan's in Texas-ish area, so she knows Tex-Mex at least.
I do know Tex-Mex.
All right. First of all, tongue is delicious. Stay away. All right. So you have made your decision on your main course, the polo or the al pastor, I'm guessing?
Yes.
All right. So finally, the last 2 options here, dessert and whatever drink you're going to get.
Okay.
We're going to skip past the non-alcoholic because that's no fun. No hot tea. They don't have drinks?
What was that? I guess
and no desserts?
Weird.
Oh no. Okay. This is a
Oh, I'm surprised they don't at least have desserts.
I'm surprised they don't have alcoholic beverages.
That's weird.
It has an option, 21 for ID for purchased alcoholic beverages, and All right. So
is it a separate menu?
I'm gonna take dessert menu.
There we go.
Oh, we don't need the coffees. All right. So dulces. We have a tres leche. Oh, fried ice cream. Oh, but you can't have that.
I can't have ice creams. I usually can't have desserts.
Well, the fruit pico de gallo might work.
Where are we looking? Fruit pico de gallo. Oh yeah, that would work. That would work.
Yes. I don't know if the horchata. Yeah, that just seems like a fruit salad, fancy fruit salad. So with a pineapple popsicle. That's jicama though. I'm gonna see jicama as a cucumber. That could be an appetizer too. It's a weird concept there. Like with the cucumber and a jicama in there, you're bringing in savory.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, not the cucumber has like super savory taste. It's pretty just watery, but the jicama, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Well, I mean, watermelon with tagine or whatever way you said is pretty good. Like you sprinkle a little bit of the pepper and stuff on it. Same with the pineapple, so I get that, and mango. Actually, all those three that I've had that way. So we can go to your drink then. What are you gonna get to get tipsy?
I don't usually drink, but let's see what looks good here. Oh, I like the name. Pineapple Fire and Ice.
Pineapple Fire and Ice.
It's like the name of it.
Oh. And getting pronunciations from the
Thank you.
Supermodels WWE. Jay's just having fun.
What does Jay know about? Oh man.
Cerveza. I don't get beer, man. If I'm gonna drink, I'm drinking. Beer is like
have beer. It has wheat in it.
All right, so you're saying the Fire and Ice, which is actually a great homage to the Dueling Dragons coaster that used to be in Islands of Adventure, if you think about it that way.
Aww.
But then you get your pineapple ice pop. What's with them in ice pops? Like, we're just gonna add an ice pop.
We're gonna have a lot of ice pops.
Honestly, I would do the blood orange just because I like that citrusy notes. But all right, so we have done your perfect park meal. We have found a dessert that you could eat, which is kind of going to be difficult in most properties, because you have ice cream and you have pastry. Like your choices are going to be interesting. But there are some vegan options in Voodoo Donuts that would be palatable to you, as well as Everglazed in Disney Springs. They do a purple ube vegan donut, and Erin McKenna's Bakery in Disney Springs has a whole allergy everything friendly menu for options. So in terms of if you're really looking for something, there are definitely places that offer vegan, gluten-free, and all that, mostly around Universal and Disney in that area. And even some like East End Market has a bunch of places too that are very like rice flour based or coconut flour, stuff like that, just to try to make things a little bit more allergy friendly.
That's good to know.
But no wait, Jay's lots of beans. Not what I meant to hit. I'm sorry, Jay. I meant to hit that he met you. She forgot to take a picture with him.
I'm sorry. Actually, I met him at Gators in Dallas, and then we bumped into each other again the next day at
He probably tried to take the picture, but you were just too short.
He just got himself.
Did you see a picture with Jay with someone with like just a little bit of brown on the top of the bottom of the frame? That was Megan's hair.
That was my head right there.
Hey R2, thanks for popping in to say hi. Now it's okay. You're gonna be here in October. You'll have plenty of chances to take pictures with him again. Just get the height right. There's some areas that have step stools.
Jay, October. We can get a picture in October. I'll be there.
So we have finished your dining. Comes to the less expensive parts.
Okay.
Wait. First of all, yes, your palate will offend my bougie nature. Yes, it shows a lot. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I'm a little bougie when it comes to food. I apologize. But we are now past the dining aspect, which most people probably find boring. But it does help people plan out and see prices for the restaurants. So why I want to do it. JT, why do sticks help you grow? And how do you mean grow?
I don't
Please
know
don't
what's
answer that.
happening.
JT
Your
and drums
chat
are
is
having
crazy. It's
a
hilarious.
little weird. All right, so we're on to our next pillar of the perfect park day. I don't like it when anyone puts ketchup on fish. You put malt vinegar or tartar sauce, maybe, if it's the right fish. Attractions. So you, like you said before, you were in Disneyland before.
Yes.
And you Joker voice, I understand that. And you know what? It just happens sometimes that things happen.
The tree touched me.
There's a lore to that we'll talk about later, but
oh boy.
You have a Streamlabs donation? I'm sorry. Perfect Attractions is Horizon. Did I even see your donation pop up, Chris? Yeah, I have not seen yours pop up. I've gotten 2 from Robert. I'm sorry. But, all right, so Perfect Park Attractions. Now, since we're planning for Universal, you did say, though, that you had a favorite that you did when you were in Disneyland, so you can bring that up quickly.
Yes, so I liked the, what did you call it? Because I couldn't remember. I
Soaring.
described it. Soaring, yes. I really liked that one because it involved like all the senses, and I don't know, I'm not into super spinny rides. Like, don't put me on anything that is a lot of spinning. Can't do it.
You're gonna have a hard time.
I know, I'm not a super big ride
Universal.
person. I'm not a super big ride person. I'm gonna be honest. I can do like an easygoing, like a roller coaster that doesn't have too many loops and whatever, but like
you should be able to do Hagrid's.
Okay.
That's not that. There's not that much spin to it. It's more of a acceleration.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that would be one that I think you could definitely do. But Soarin' is a great attraction. They have it over here in Disney World too. Soaring over the world. You guys in California area still have Soaring over California. But as for Universal, there's 2 categories of rides. You have the dark rides and you have the major attractions. You're a Harry Potter fan, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 main Harry Potter rides. You have Gringotts, which is a coaster, but it does slow down every once in a while. So it's like you have projections, the coaster. Then you also have Hagrid's and you have Forbidden Journey. Mm-hmm. So the Forbidden Journey is the most story-based one, where you're going through aspects of the Harry Potter films and you actually get to go inside of Hogwarts.
Oh.
So I think that in view of that might be the one that you like the most. That's in the Hogsmeade section in Islands of Adventure. Let me see if I can bring up a video for that quickly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have videos for that because I'm not fancy enough to be able to film there. I'm not blessed. I'm not kidding. They have people that can do it, and they're people that are fancy.
Oh. You're not fancy?
I have 500 people following me, not 20,000. Just simple enough.
Good point.
So we're going to bring up, I'm going to have the audio off so I don't get copyright stuff because there's a lot of Harry Potter music.
Oh,
but we'll be able to see the ride. Because I don't like, even though I'm not monetized, you got to follow good practices beforehand. At least what I think. Share screen. And the only fish I've ever had that I like is mahi mahi and ona oahu. Okay, R2. You should try grouper. It's a good meaty fish, similar to a little bit similar to mahi, a little bit firmer in meat less flaky. All right, we're going to start this playing. All right, so this is probably not filmed that well because it's kind of hard to get low light footage on these rides, but hey. So this actually goes through most of the story of Harry Potter. You go through different key scenes. It's the only ride they have that actually is based around the movie, like the little movie property, and not taking elements out and making their own story.
Gotcha.
It's also weird attraction. You have like a big arm that like lifts up the thing around everywhere, and you have these projection screens they put you into. They're like spherical domes. But as you can see, you got Harry and Ron flying through. There's Hagrid's there. This is actually like one of the rides I like the most. It's more of a dark ride, less of a thrill ride. You do kind of almost go upside down at one point.
I mean, I don't like spiders, but it's not real, so I'd be okay.
All right. First of all, if you cook something and eat something, you can tell how firm the meat is by eating it. Like, I'm not groping anything. Well, I'll take that back. And no, this is not Back to the Future's ride. No, it's not. You're on this. You're on a track with like an arm that holds you and spins you like a bit, like lifts you up and puts you down. It's a cool ride. I
it looks really cool.
I do still think you should try to do Hagrid's though. That's a good coaster, and you don't go upside down, and it's more just fast. Like you have like 3 or 4 launches that make you go really fast.
Ooh.
But so this is a theme park problem. It's so dark in some spots, and you can't compensate, and you.
Yeah.
And the person's comparing El Paso to Universal. All right. Thanks. But as you can see, you got the golden snitch there and all that. And there's a Malfoy, and it's a cool thing if you're a really big fan of the movie property. Also, the wait time isn't that bad for it because it's a little bit older than some of the other rides. Now, since it's going to be in October around Halloween, with Halloween Horror Nights, some of these wait times might be pretty bad. Especially if the stuff is all towards the end of the week and the weekends.
That's true.
It does jerk you a little bit. You do have an over the shoulder restraint for it because you go like you do end up like almost completely like on your back at points.
Oh, interesting.
And then like almost completely like they do interesting movements to show you the scenes. So it's just something you should be aware of. I am a Gryffindor. And there's bias. Megan, what house are you?
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Okay. I don't know. All right. I'm pretty much borderline Muggle. So let's just be honest here. I didn't get into Harry Potter until I started to have to cover it on theme park related things. And Tabitha agrees it's an amazing ride.
Okay.
I'm not sure why the AMAZ are capitalized and not the ING, but I don't know. But I do. Is it absolutely amazing? Tabitha's the Ravenclaw too.
Yeah.
So that's a quote the Ravenclaw some more. I don't know. That's a terrible joke. Terrible joke. Strike that from the record. But this will definitely be in your speed. Oh God, I have no clue who this is. All right, I don't need to know who this person is. But okay. Like I said, I didn't have footage for this, so I apologize. Stop sharing that screen. So would you consider that part of your perfect park ride, or would you think that's only part of it?
I would do that one. For sure. That looks fun.
And just to throw some all right, so you have your perfect park ride. And we're sticking with Universal, and we have our next pillar coming up since we got your ride. And that's the thing where you're going to be broke. merchandising,
Oh boy.
where the real money in the theme parks are made.
So bad.
I apologize that they're only Disney stuff right now, but Universal, you need to step up the merch game a little bit. Like, they don't have like good prop stuff besides wands, which I have my wand over here. It's, it is what it is. But
was it a fun experience to get your wand? Like, what?
I was in, so I thought it was hilarious because so I went there. It was in the middle, still in the pandemic. It was my first time going into Universal in like 15 years. Okay. So this is the first time with the Harry Potter stuff and everything like that. So I walk in. At this time, there was no mask required for Universal, and there was a group of like obnoxious bachelorette party people.
Oh no!
Like completely drunk.
They are usually very obnoxious. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to go in Ollivanders, and I'm just sitting there like minding my own business, and it was kind of empty. There were like maybe 10 of us, and they pick one person to do the show, right? And this lead bachelorette, whatever, is like going complete Karen mode on this team member to be like, my girl here, it's her wedding week. She's got to be picked. She needs to get her wand. Like, and it's going like crazy. Now, I didn't record any of that because I should have. It got me great views. So the team member just sees me in the corner in the back being all quiet. Yeah. And like they bring you into a room and they just pick you out of the thing, but they signal ahead of time to the wand person. So, and I got this guy on my shoulder, so it's easy. It's like, so the lady goes like, hey, the wand picker is like, hey, the person with Dobby on his shoulder, come forward. Because I guess the closest thing they can say, like, I guess it kind of looks like Dobby. It's a little bit like him. Yeah. But so those people start flipping out. Oh no. Because they thought they were gonna. So it was an interesting experience, but it's about a 8-minute show. They go and do all the effects from the movies. The wind blows, the shelves move. Now I did go with the wand they gave me. You don't have to. Right? So they bring out 3 choices, and the 4th one is whatever it is. So I don't know why they gave me the weird skull thingamajigger, which I'm guessing you know better than me. What wand is this?
Oh, dude, I don't know better than you.
But I thought you were a Harry Potter.
I'm not a crazy Harry Potter person.
So you're a noob Harry Potter person, kind of.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't recognize wands.
That was a test. This is the Elder Wand. So that's at least what I was told by the last group of Harry Potter people told me.
The Elder Wand? You got the Elder? Okay.
Yeah. I just call it the Punisher Wand because it's a skull. So I have the Punisher Wand. That's all I'm going to say. Like, that's what it is. Well, it's what I was given. It's not the wizard makes the wand, not the wand making the wizard. Abracadabra thing. So I do have some other concepts. Now this was, it's a kukui nut necklace. So this was from Polynesian Studios. I made this myself on the 50th anniversary on October 1st for Disney. So there are concepts for merch that are more personal based. Like something you can do and stuff like that. Now, Universal has offerings like that too. You can do, if you're at the hotels, you can do tie-dye shirts and options like that. So this is a concept where I'm going to ask, what's your necessity to get? Like your souvenir that you have to get, the merch item you have to get. What would be the thing that is like tip top? You would, if you left without it, you would be eternally regretful.
Right. I don't know because I never thought about that.
Like do you need something fancy? Like, you can like do all like that.
No, I do not need big and fancy.
It lights up.
It lights up, it makes sound, it's cool.
Or I don't have, like I said, I have like a wand from Universal. That's about it. I have this. This is from Disney. It's a fertility idol from Indiana Jones. I don't know why I have a fertility idol, I guess. So don't ask questions that you don't want answers to. But So the question is, would the souvenir or the merchandise?
I like the idea of like it being a little bit more personal, like something you like you don't just buy it, but it's like it was like an experience to get it or have a part in making it or choosing it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that idea better. That there's like this more memory attached to it, and you had more.
So if you got picked for Ollivanders, would you consider that memory attached?
Yeah,
Having that whole show and stuff like that.
That would be cool.
So are you going to have you're going to be full dress? Going to have your house stuff on?
I don't have house stuff.
You can get it without buying it from there. It'll be cheaper. Just saying, it's like $130 for a robe.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
like you're looking at.
Definitely get it cheaper. What?
Okay, I never have not gotten a bottle of. Oh, so from the Norway Pavilion. Okay, in Epcot. I don't buy cologne from Disney because it's expensive. And Chris says, I think Megan and I are more art-related type merch. That's a good point. There is some good artwork for sale in Universal. A lot of it is expensive. There's some like signed artwork where you're looking at like $3,000.
You know, I gotta go lower tier, but like a print of something, maybe.
Like a print artwork. Yeah, they have those.
Yeah.
They definitely have those. Tabitha says just make the robe.
Oh, I do not have those skills, but I mean that's a good point.
It's a robe. It's not like it's a complicated piece of clothing.
I'm not gonna hand sew it. That takes a long time.
You got 2 months. You can make a video about it, the noob sews.
Oh God.
I would say in terms of just sharing like personal things that remember, merch is one thing, memories and souvenirs are also memories. So think about that also. Like if you have an experience, that could be your perfect souvenir, not necessarily merch. It's hard to explain.
No,
like,
I get that.
The memory aspect, if you haven't done it before, it's like I will say my favorite memory is I got called up for the Indiana Jones stunt show to be part of it because they used to have audience participation. So you got to dress up, which they don't let you do anymore because you're dressing up in turbans and stuff like that. So it's very not culturally appropriate. But you got dressed up like someone from Cairo or something like that, and you got to go out and be part of the show and. Pyrotechnics going off, fake bullets and guns firing. I've waited my entire life. I was there for the last one where they did it. So it was the last time before the pandemic and closed everything down. Yeah. And they didn't bring it back. Oh. So and I've waited like 30 some odd years to do this. I have raised my hand every single time over and over again since I was like 5. Like, I want to be part. And finally, before it ends, which I didn't know that at the time, but like, oh, okay, last time. I got some. Got some surf stuff at Disney Vero today. Oh, that's awesome. Disney Vero is a cool place. I like their beach cottages. That's another DVC resort down 2 hours south of me. But so that's what I'm saying. A souvenir is a different thing than a merch. So that's why I think the Ollivanders is actually a cool thing because you are getting both, especially for like a young family, like kids. Like when you see a little kid like get their wand and they light up and they have their robes on and they're running around trying to do the spells, it's so awesome. And that's the awesome thing about theme parks is seeing that wholesomeness, not the bridal party Karens. So, do we think Ollivanders might be your perfect thing, or would you be looking for?
I think I would go for Ollivanders at this point, unless I was there and something else just jumped out at me.
Now, here's the other question, and I asked this for everyone: would you keep the wands you were given, or would you pick a different one? Because you can change it. The question is, would you keep the one you were given?
I think I'd keep it.
You think you would? Mm-hmm. All right. So we've gone through 2 of the pillars so far, or actually 3 of the pillars. We are on to the last pillar. People, we're doing well. And that is entertainment. Now, this is interesting. We have some different things going on here. There are character actors in all the parks. in Disney and in Universal. Universal does a great job with the characters they have. Now, I'll ask this question because the characters in Universal, you got like Scooby-Doo, you got the people from Minions, you got some Marvel characters. There's not really any Harry Potter characters. They don't have any of them walking around for photos. So the question is, would you stick with Universal for this character entertainment thing, or would you jump ship for this day and go to Disney for Belle or Jasmine or Snow White?
I think I go to the Disney side just to mix things up.
So again, you got plenty of characters to pick from. You have Chewbacca, you have Vader, you have Mike from Monsters Inc., you have Baymax, you have Mickey himself, you have Jack Sparrow. Like, who would make that perfect entertainment, perfect character photo?
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow? No, Jack Sparrow would be the person that you'd have to see.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I think I can provide some of that because I did have a little conversation with Jack Sparrow recently.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yes.
I think I saw a clip of this. I think, or a picture, something.
Yeah, it wasn't that far. So let me cue that up. Because Jack Sparrow, there are two Jack Sparrows. One is a friend of mine, actually. He's an older one. He's like in his 60s, and he's still doing the character actor stuff.
Wow.
But let me get to... This is the younger one. He's actually just started up. He's good. His voice needs a little bit of work. But I'll share this quickly. We can have the volume for this, too. Share. I need to get an extra monitor, so everything's being done on one screen right now. I apologize.
That's okay. I only
Everyone
have
else.
As well.
Oh. All right. And StreamYards. So here we have Captain Jack himself, right outside of Pirates of the Caribbean. So the great thing about Captain Jack and all that for this is outside characters give you so much more time and attention. So you get about like good 5 minutes.
It helps me
to interact.
Me
Kids get about like 10, like so like whole family.
I can't have too
they
much
don't rush you.
Because the rum's almost all gone here.
I was hoping you would know why.
I think I know why.
Are you insulting my honor, son?
No, I'm complimenting your liver.
Well then, son, tell me this. How would you like to sail with Captain Jack Sparrow? You and the Zort.
What's the pay?
What's the pay? Well, I'm a good man and a good honest captain. And of our findings, I split it down the middle, 64.
All right, I'll take 60.
60 for me, 40 for you. See,
That's not that bad.
60 is the captain's share, and after all, 40 is more than we have. 40 more than you have now.
Yes,
So what do you say to that, son?
that's good math. That's good math.
Very
Let's
good.
shake on
That's
that. Don't be afraid to be the fool.
I won't be.
That's
Alright,
fun.
So we have found, is that your perfect? That would be your
that would
perfect
be fun.
like little experience to have.
Yes, that would be fun.
Because we're not stuck. Remember, we are not stuck to one park here in Perfect Park Day. This is building your ideal day, everything. And we only did a little bit of the Universal focusing because Megan is going to be going down for her first time in a couple of months. Not even that many.
I know. I'm freaking out. It's fine. It's fine.
So it's kind of was to help out, and future guests. I think I have some more coming on that are also first timers for the area. So there might be more about tips and tricks and going over things to make the burden of traveling a little bit easier for everyone. But we are just about at about an hour, and we've gone through all the pillars. So this is again a chance for Megan to talk about whatever she has coming up next. Go ahead.
Okay, so I usually release a video on Sunday. That's a review video of the comics I read this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that because I have an interview with Professor Murph. That is Justin Murphy, who is an illustrator and writer for the independent comic book War Party, which is a fantasy mixed with based on the 7 Years War.
Cool.
Anyway, it's really, really awesome. It's really fun. So he's going to be on my channel, and I get to interview him Sunday evening. And I'm super excited. That's tomorrow.
That's awesome, everyone. Again, if you haven't, please go give her a sub and go watch the interview. And remember, even Jay thinks.
Is that the famous YouTuber, Rogue Disney?
I'm just saying. Even Jay. And of course, Nina knows I'm all.
Rogue Disney is here. Hi, Rogue Disney. How are you? I saw you at the meetup. You're awesome.
I'm just saying. So, as I say on everything, let's go through anyone quickly. Thanks so much for a great live. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please comment after the video for other guests you'd like to have on to see about the perfect park day. And don't be afraid to be the fool. Watch Megan. She's awesome. Watch her reviews. And at some point, she'll have to change her name because she'll no longer be a noob.
People keep saying that. But I started so late. Everybody's still going to be way ahead of me. So maybe I'll always be a noob.
The Noobish Reviews.
Yeah, the Noobish Reviews.
Everyone have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Share out. And I'll see you in the parks later, everyone. Bye.